Look, man, God's plan is greater than the pressure that you may be feeling right now. God's plan is greater than any stress that you may be feeling right now. Because that pressure or stress you feel right now does not compare to the purpose God has planned for you. It is not compared to the opportunity that God has planned for you. It is not compared to the blessings that God has in store for you. No amount of pressure compares to that. No amount of stress compares to that. Because I'm just being honest, bro. Pressure is part of any process that you go through. Pressure is part of the process. Pressure is part of the journey. Pressure is part of you taking steps forward and you growing and you becoming a better person and you chasing your goals or you chasing your dreams. Like, pressure is going to be there at some point in time. Like, it's part of it. But that pressure is not a sign of failure. That pressure is not a sign that you can't do something. That pressure is not a sign that you don't belong there, because you definitely belong there. There's a reason God's bringing you that pressure. There's a reason God's bringing you that stretch. There's a reason God is bringing you this hard time or, this stressful time. It's a sign that God's preparing you for something bigger. And I've told y'all that before. Like, nothing worth having is going to come easy. Nothing worth having, I'm going to say it again, it's not going to come easy. It's going to be hard. There's going to be some pressure moments. There's going to be some times. There's going to be some stressful times. There's going to be some hard times. There's going to be times where you fail. But we've all heard this before, man. The diamonds are forced under pressure all the time. Like, pressure makes diamond, bro. Growth happens in the pressure. Growth happens in the discomfort. Growth happens in the stress. Growth happens in the failure, not the comfortable situations. Not the situations that are easy. You're not able to grow that way. You're not able to take a step forward that way. You're not able to learn new things when it's easy, because you already know what to do. You already know what to expect. You already know how to do this or how to do that. So God brings us to these moments, and God brings us to these pressure situations in order for us to grow. So when you experience a pressure situation, bro, when you experience a stressful situation, like, just know and believe that it's part of the process, because it is. Like, it's not a sign that you're not doing something right. It's not a sign that you're failing all the time. It's just a sign that you're heading in the right direction. It's a sign that you're supposed to be there. It's a sign that you're getting prepared for something way bigger on the other side of that pressure, on the other side of the stress, on the other side of the failure. And through these times and during these times, bro, you just gotta trust and believe that God's plan is way beyond what you feel. If that makes sense. God's plan is way bigger and goes way farther than what you may be feeling or experiencing, right now. Because when we're under pressure, bro, all we see is that moment. All we see is that point in time. All we see is that situation, is that environment that we're in at that time. We only see the moment, but God sees the entire story. God sees the entire plan. God already has that plan written out. He already has your story written out. This is just part of it. This is just part of that plan. This is just part of that journey. You're going to get through it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to overcome these times. But God already has something way bigger in store for you. God already has something way better in store for you during your story and during your plan. So we just got to stop looking at the moment. Like, yes, the moment might be hard. It might be full of pressure. It might be full of stress in the moment. But we still got to trust and have faith and believe that God has a bigger plan for us. God has something way bigger, way better in store for us, because He does. Like, we see the pressure, man. We see the stress. We see the failure. We see progress not being made. But God, He sees the promise that He's already made you. God sees the end goal that He already has written for you in your story. His plan is way bigger, way better, and way wiser than what we expect. We expect nothing to come out of these pressure moments. We expect nothing to come out of these moments of failure, these moments of stress. But God knows His plan. God knows what He has in store for you, man. And that's why you just got to continue to trust Him. Like, trusting Him matters. Having faith in Him matters, especially when it's hard, especially when there's a lot of pressure, especially when there's a lot of failure, especially when there's a lot of stress. Like, no matter what, bro. If there's nothing else you do during those moments and there's nothing else you do during those times, just trust him. Make that literally the only thing that is necessary to do in those times, is to just trust him, bro. Because when you trust him and when you put your faith in him, like, well, just be honest, bro, the stress, I'm not going to say it goes away, but you don't think about it that often. You know, it doesn't really play that big of a role in your life, because that pressure and that stress, it tempts us to panic. You know, it tempts us to doubt ourselves. It tempts us to talk negative about ourselves, or, you know, try to take control of everything in our life. When we all know, like, we're not in control. We're only in control of what we can do, you know, and the things that we can control. But our faith and our trust in God just allows us to release all those things back to God. It just allows us to give everything back to God, the panic, the doubt, the control, everything. There's no point in us panicking. There's no point in us doubting. There's no point of us trying to control everything, because we gave it over to God. We surrendered it to God. You know, we trust God with those things. We put our faith in God with those things, and he's going to take care of them every single time. Every single time. Like, our job isn't to carry everything. Our job isn't to carry it all. We aren't here to carry anxiety. We aren't here to carry panic or doubt, or we're not here to take to control. You know, our job is to trust and put faith in the one person who can, and that's God. Like, that's the only person who can. That's it. We just got to put our faith and put our trust in him during the good times, during the bad times, during the times that are indifferent. Like, just continue to trust him. Continue to put your faith in him. Like, that stress and that panic and that pressure, it's just going to take a lot of weight off your shoulders, bro. Like I told y'all before, every time I get stressed out, or I start to panic, I start to get anxiety, or I feel pressure, like, I just pray. Like, that's it. I pray. And it literally feels like a big weight lifted off my shoulders as soon as I talk to God. You know, as soon as I just put my trust back in him, as soon as I start to just surrender everything back to him, man. So just stay faithful, bro. Stay praying, stay in the word, keep their relationship with him, keep being obedient, even when pressure may build, even when stress may build, even when it feels like nothing is going right, or it feels like you're not making progress, it feels like you're not taking a step forward. Like, continue to stay faithful, bro. Continue to trust, man, because like I said earlier, God's plan is better and greater and bigger than the pressure. It's bigger than the failure. It's bigger than the stress. It's bigger than feeling lost. Like, God's plan is way greater than that. And don't let the weight of that pressure, or the weight of that stress, the weight of those failures make you forget his promise. You know, don't let it make you forget that God has something way bigger, better in store for you in the future. Like, just keep trusting, bro. Just keep staying faithful. Just keep talking to him. Keep that relationship with him. Like, don't stray away from him because something might not be going right. Like, there's a plan for everything. You know what I'm saying? There's a purpose for everything that God does, and for everything that God throws at you in your life. So what feels heavy right now, or what feels like nothing's going right now, what feels wrong right now, is just shaping you for what's in the future. It's just shaping you for what God has planned for you ahead. You know what I'm saying? So just keep going, keep trusting, keep having faith in him, man. Just keep trusting his plan, because his plan is the greatest. Like, every single time, all the time. Just keep trusting that, you know. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. On the way to 600 subs. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one.